So it's June 22nd and it has been ridiculously hot lately, but these pigs have got to get moved. I've been preoccupied with other things lately, and so the pigs haven't gotten a whole lot of attention other than being fed twice a day and come down to fill up their water to make sure they've got plenty of water in these hot days. But I want to get them moved out of this spot. I still don't have the electric fence ready for them or have them properly trained to it. So I'm gonna pay the price and have to pound a whole bunch of T-posts today. I'm going to set up a 16 feet wide by 32 feet long structure that's gonna attach to the one they're in now. Before I start putting the T-posts in, I need to gather all our extra T-posts. It's gonna take, I think I'm putting in 5 new panels, and I would like to be putting 4 T-posts per panel, but I don't think I have 20 in addition to the probably 20 I've got on there right now. So I'm gonna gather what I have. I'm gonna pull a couple of these out. Then I'm gonna take this camera, I'm gonna put it up on that ladder, and you can watch me go to work on it. I'm already sweating like crazy, but about ready to go. I've got a couple of panels, one there, 2 over here, 2 set up here. I found 16 posts, and I've got my bucket of gear ties and extra batteries for the camera. You just kick back with some ice water and enjoy. $15.3 pounds on that post pounder.
Old dogs ain't always been old dogs, and old men ain't always been old men. They once had a fire, and they loved to burn it again. But the bones turn to brittle over time, and the room gathers pools into our eyes. So you just eat your soup, and I'll sit here and suck on mine. You can't put the smoke back in the flame, and you can't put the flame back in the wood. You can't put the wood back together. It wouldn't drink from the soul.
This one's an 8-footer, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so I've got a decent start on it here, got the basic structure up and a lot of the support ones in there. I think we're good enough now to let the pigs in, and hopefully they won't try to fence it all because there's so much new grass for them to be eating that hopefully they won't test the fence anywhere yet. I really like the gear ties for up above, but down low where they can reach it, I like to have metal. Now I'm in their new spot and I'm just going to keep going along, undoing this panel. I need to pull it to this side so that they can't push. I don't want them to be able to push against it this way, so when they're over here, this panel needs to be on this side of the post. So I'm just going to slide it out of the way, let them in this new area, and then pick the panel up and move it over top of this post. While I've got this part open, I'll get their structure pulled over here. I may be able to move the water. I may have to dump most of it out to be able to move it. We'll get that put in the new spot. But it's pretty hot. Hard to convince them to move right now. I might have to get some feed if I finish what I'm doing and they haven't moved over into the new spot yet. Come on, piggies. Come on, get moving. Go. Not toward me. Come on. Come on. What are you doing in there? What are you in there for? I like to put the water and the structure kind of strategically in a corner so that they can't get there and pressure those corners, because they're always the weak spot. About 2 weeks ago, we were getting ready to go somewhere. We were up on the top of the hill by the house, and I could hear the pigs going crazy down here. I thought maybe something was coming down to try and attack them or something. We came down here and they had gotten behind their pallet house. One of them was on top of the other and they were both stuck behind there. So I had to lift it up and pull it out of the way for them to run out. It was pretty hilarious.
How does that happen?
I don't know. You guys stuck? Oh man,
They're pretty light streamers.
Freedom! How did you get back there?
He goes
Don't
back
go
in.
back there again. Come on. We got new stuff over here. Let's go. Excellent. They're into the new spot now. I'm gonna let some of that water out so maybe I can lift it when it's down a little lower. Maybe I can move it. Having this 16 by 16 freed up, obviously I can take a lot of these posts out now and use them on the new spot to strengthen. Come here, baby. Come here. Where are you going? Uh-oh, they might be lured by the water now. They might want to lay in it now. Okay, now that the pigs are able to get into their new spot, I am going to pull out some of these posts on this side, take them over there and secure the corners, and I'll show you every one of those, and I'll show you the T-post puller. It's one of the best tools we've got, especially last season when we were pulling the posts so many times. This thing is a lifesaver. So this side catches, or it can be the other side, either one is going to catch on these little nubs here. So I put the bottom about 10 inches or so away from the bottom of the post. Boom. And I just pull up. When it's at, doesn't need to be all the way up, but then I just go down about 2 more pegs, pull back like nothing. I'll show you what it looked like to pull a T-post without the puller. That one seemed easy, or I'm getting stronger. I'm not sure which it is, but still that was a lot harder than using the puller. So they just ran into the new spot. I'm gonna try and go lock them over there so I don't have to worry about it when I need them over there. Oh, so much for that. How'd you know? I do not want to pull that post while they're coming over here rubbing on it, because they will push it open and then they're out, and then it's a bad day. At least for me. So this water's down to about here. I might be able to move it now. Really don't want to drop it on these nipples. If they go into the ground, it tends to... Once they both come to this side, I can pull this shut and have them kept over here then, but... Hey, can I get that, Rick? Come scratch over here. On this side, I'll show you a couple minutes of these pigs playing in the water, while on this side, I'll keep working and showing you how many pounds it takes to put all these T-posts in. I like to have a post about 6 inches or so in from each corner, and then not usually having this extra one, but I use those today to help get the basic structure set up so that I could just easily and quickly go back and put in the supporting ones. So I'll have a couple extra on this structure, but then when I go to move them, I can pull these ones up on the corner, and they'll be my first ones to be able to use again. These ones are tough because I can't push the fence out of the way. Try not to bash it with the bottom of the pounder. And now I'll secure the bottom with the wire. Hey, piggies. There's a piece of metal that does not work for bending around the corners, but I keep leaving it down here and meaning to bring it up, but I don't want to run it over with the mower one of these days, so I need to get it out of here. I'm sure they're not real happy to lose access to that swimming hole right after they got it. So we've got to put a couple more in the corners here, and maybe at the seam between the two panels that just meet end to end. And I've got a metal to do this corner. Looks like one corner left with 2 posts needed there. And I think we'll be done pounding posts. So I think we're pretty well secure there. I gotta finish putting the orange gear ties on each post to make sure it holds tight. Otherwise they can still lift it up. So we gotta secure it that way. But hope it was entertaining to see how much work it takes to put in a couple of pig panels, and how if I take the time to finish up the electric fence, I'd save myself a lot of work.